Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home, a long way from home.
Get up. Get up.
Was trying to mess with us, sorry. Could I have waterhouse for you?
Now get up. There's another acre to do before sundown, and you haven't pulled all your weight yet. Get back to work.
Here it is, darling. Illinois College, the first of its kind on the frontier. It's a work in progress.
It's quite different from Boston.
Edward,
Julian.
welcome to College Hill, Mrs. Beecher.
Welcome to your new home, Mrs. Beecher. I'm Elizabeth Sturdivant. Thank you. Please, call me Isabella. It's a pleasure to finally meet you both.
Well, is this little Edward? Well, isn't he handsome? Might I hold him for you? You must be tired from your trip. I'm so happy to have another wife here. Not to speak ill of any of God's creatures, but a few horrible women are rough around the edges.
Oh,
Not to worry, though. Most are warm-hearted, good souls. A few are...
Methodists.
Mostly they're kind of Christian. But there are a number of Southerners and
A few of them brought their slaves here with them.
oh my. I knew there were slavery sympathizers here, as there are back home. I did not know there were also slaves.
Oh, well, there's a village about a mile from here. We can buy provisions from there.
The village isn't much to see. The real beauty is here. On this land, we nurture minds and crafts. One to teach industriousness, and the other to defray costs.
It isn't true the air here causes ill health, is it? A woman on the stagecoach spoke of the pioneer shakes. That's not cholera.
Most of the shakes I observe stem from overindulging in alcohol. Here, corn whiskey flows like the Mississippi.
Oh dear.
Are you ready to see our new home?
A log cabin?
Oh, no. That's where we'll be taking meals with the students. We live in the brick building right over there.
Oh.
We will be together. You shall have 2 rooms, and we will have the other 2. We'll put your things there for you.
Thank you.
Books for the library.
You are a strong woman, Isabella. When I first saw her in the world of the Wild West, I burst into tears. You do well here.
Isabella, I know Jacksonville is a world's away from Boston. Well, I regret the ride over was so uncomfortable for you.
24 days on some of the worst stagecoaches I have ever ridden. But my home is here now. Where you are called, so am I.
Oh, Isabella, with you by my side, Illinois College will become a permanent blessing to this land and its people. God will help us save this frontier, Isabella. I know it.
I pray God will save us from the frontier as well.
Outside of life's usual up and downs, we are well back home. Let us know how you and the family are faring in the West, Elijah. May the Lord be with you. Your brother. My dear brother, this land is wild and untamed. Untamable, you ask? Perhaps, but I shall try. Its savagery cries out to me, thee, and with
Mr. Lovejoy! Elijah Lovejoy! Is that your paper?
Oh, the Observer. Yes, sir. Would you like a copy?
Slavery, like the vampire, slowly and imperceptibly sucks away the lifeblood of society, leaving it faint and disheartened to stagger along the road of improvement. Did you write this?
I did indeed.
It becomes us as a Christian people, as those who believe in the future retribution of a righteous providence, but to remove from our midst an institution that is no less the cause of moral corruption to the master than to the slave. Reverend Elijah Lovejoy. Do you believe this?
I stand by my paper.
Yes. Yes, you do.
You're not in the North anymore, Reverend. Your Eastern ideas don't belong in a Southern newspaper.
Why don't we sit down and talk about this? We don't even know one another. I like meeting new people in town. You may find we agree on a few things.
Sure. You seem like a decent fellow, Lovejoy. Sure. Why don't we step inside your establishment and discuss your idea to kill the South's economy over a drink?
I prefer tea.
Yeah. You see the problem with you highfalutin, Presbyterian, anti-slave talking, holier-than-thou, Eastern-educated tea-swillers is a fella can't sit you down, buy you a beer, and hash it out like a man. If you keep writing this abolitionist propaganda horse shit, next time folks might destroy more than your press.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, Mr. Lovejoy.
My dear brother, I shall lose a good many subscribers here in Missouri, but I hope to gain them elsewhere. The man who was most active in exciting the public against me whipped his female slave nearly to death the other night. Her screams brought a multitude around his house, and he was nearly the victim of mob violence himself. Not a single paper, but my Observer, dares open its mouth about slavery. There was a time when I did expect to be tarred, feathered, and probably hung. But by the grace of God, I stood firm. I have the truth on my side. Tell Mother there is no danger. Not the least. Your affectionate brother, Elijah P. Lovejoy.
Oh, Emma, oh, you turn around, put a hole in the ground. Oh, Emma, oh, you turn around, put a hole in the ground. Oh, Emma.
get back to work.
Master,
I'm tired of your apologize and their uselessness. As long as I can see, you're only good for one thing.
No, Master, please, no! Please, no!
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet love, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Edward?
Darling? What's wrong?
I feel faint.
Are you all right?
One minute I was fine, and the next.
Well, that's how it
Oh,
starts.
hush. No. I'm fine. I'm determined to outlive this frontier and its plagues. I'm merely tired.
I know I have been away on business so often. It must be a great burden to you.
I'm so thirsty. Is there water? I'm so thirsty.
Better?
A bit.
More?
No. My stomach feels ill.
I'll go fetch you a doctor.
There are none. But they are all ill or attending to others. Stay.
Isabella, it could be cholera.
Stay. Please stay.
Can I get you anything? A cold cloth, a blanket, something?
How is Mrs. Ellis? No. And with Mr. Ellis away, who was caring for the children?
They died this evening as well.
They were fine this morning.
Cholera is the devil's work, dear. It's swift, silent, merciless.
Poor Mr. Ellis.
Some of the students assisted with the burials, those who still could.
Have more taken ill?
10. The school is like a hospital. Professor Turner was awake all night caring for one of the sickest students. We've decided to stop classes and release those who wish to go home. Jacksonville is a ghost town. Nearly everyone has fled.
Elizabeth?
She's fine. Sturtevant has been taking care of her. He and the children have not caught ill, thank the Lord. Darling. Dear Lord, please help the afflicted. So many have suffered. Please heal my beloved wife. She is a good and pious woman who will only follow me into the frontier out of love and duty. Forgive me if I have forsaken my family, dear Lord. Punish me and not my Isabella. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to fetch a doctor. are times of great crisis, calling all good now. There are certain great crises or turning points in history, and now is such a time, yes! If man is to abolish all corruptions in religion and all abuses in the social system, he what?
Edward, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Did you need something, dear?
I thought you might like your tea.
Yes, of course. Set it down. I'll take it soon.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Elizabeth told me Professor Sturtevant wants to talk to you tomorrow. Something about some students found playing cards again.
Oh, I see.
Well, at least that is an improvement from last week when those two boys imbibed whiskey and sang rather unchristian songs. Actually, I have been thinking about joining them next time.
Yes, that's fine, dear.
Oh,
What?
are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Still thinking about your father's criticisms of the abolitionists?
No, I'm merely writing some sermons.
Your father is elderly.
Yes. Yes, I know. It's just hard for me to accept. I used to look up to him. And when I remember when we used to haul sand together.
Sand?
I'm sorry. When I was a young boy, my father kept a pile of sand on the basement floor. During the winter, he and I would move the pile from one end of the floor to the other. Twice a day, every day.
What for?
Exercise and communion. He told me his views on religion, the world, philosophy. I looked forward to it. Every shovelful. And now, well, I haven't written him in a week. I simply cannot accept his stance on the slavery issue.
You must follow your own heart now.
My own heart? And what are the hearts of our Southern-born students? They listen to preachers and ministers who proclaim the Bible allows slavery.
They listen to you too.
And to those who behave in the most unchristian ways to promote their cause.
And to those who do not.
Have you read about the riots in the East? In the East, where slavery is outlawed, there, those who call for its end are attacked, mobbed, or spit upon. Their literature is banned or burned. In Boston, slavery proponents dragged out an abolitionist by his neck. He spoke out for slaves' God-given rights, and he was nearly crucified. Slavery is a sin. There is no question in my mind. I know emancipation has its challenges, but my father's remedy of shipping slaves back to Africa assumes that blacks cannot rise in this country. I reject that notion. Colonization is not the answer.
What is? What does your heart say?
Abolition. Immediate abolition. Prolonging a sin is sin itself.
Then declare it. People will listen to you.
I must be careful. People must not think that I speak for the college. For the Yale University of the West, the first on the frontier. Newspapers across the country follow our every move, and some are not so kind.
I know. Ignore them.
Oh, here. Has the mail arrived this week?
Not yet. Are you expecting something?
Yes. News about a state charter for the school. I was told a decision was forthcoming, but it has been held up by certain legislators who think it is a scheme for wealthy men to buy land.
No.
Unfortunately, yes. One state representative said he was born in a briar thicket, rocked in a hog trough, and never had his genius cramped by the pestilential air of college.
Locked in a hog trough. Maybe that's why they're being so pig-headed.
Big the Lord created the world in 7 days, I will never know. I can hardly create a college in 5 years.
Unlike you, the Lord rested on the seventh day. Come to bed.
Well, I am rather tired.
Then rest.
Perhaps you're right. You are a wise and wonderful woman, my dear,
Of course, I am a Bostonian.
and a fierce frontier woman.
Here she is, Charity. She's healthy and beautiful. You pick her name yet? Her name's Indy. Oh, that's real nice. Pretty name for a pretty baby. Sweet too. I'm sorry, Indy. Why are you sorry? You made a slave. No, you didn't. He did. You will never be a part of me. I'll always take care of you. See them bright stars there? How they dip down? That's the drinking board. Now put your eye on the tip of the board and see where it goes. See that bright star I point to? That's freedom. You and me, we're gonna follow that star one day. I promise. When you's old enough to run fast and be still as left when told, we'll be free one day. God willing.
When the sun comes back, when the first quail calls, follow the dragon go. For the old man is waiting for carry the freedom, follow the go. Well, the riverbank is a mighty good dead tree show. Barefoot, tread on.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Beecher. Everything's been delicious as usual. Even if I didn't enjoy your college and husband's company, I visit merely for your desserts and dinners.
Thank you, Mr. Lovejoy. We were so glad you could attend commencement again. Stay with us.
At last, a break from obligations.
Sit down and have some tea and biscuits.
Oh, thank you, dear. How did you enjoy our students' commencement speeches this year?
Oh, they were quite good as always, especially the oration on the influence of theaters. I'm pleased to hear that all was building churches rather than those dens of immorality.
I would never enter a theater.
I especially enjoyed the oration on the importance of benevolence. I thought the topic was timely.
Indeed.
Some of our friends are joining us later to discuss your press.
Oh,
They believe that the mob's destruction of your press shouldn't mean the destruction of your paper. Another press should be ordered and you shall remain editor. The rights of free speech alone demand it.
I'm gratified to learn that, but I must tell you, Lady Minister in St. Louis disagree.
How could they?
What have they said?
That they will not protect me if the press is reestablished. They say Lovejoy has no one to blame but himself. They think all should object me because I'm an enemy of the public.
Well, which is the greater evil? For a city to become home to mob law or home to fair and free discussion of an unpopular issue?
You are preaching to the choir.
There is another matter that I wish to discuss. convention?
Well, it's time for me to put the children to bed. Good night, gentlemen. Don't talk until dawn like your last visit.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Beecher. I hope you've changed your mind and want to help this former state anti-slavery society.
With a caveat,
I know your hesitance to be connected with them.
only due to my position here.
I understand.
Our financial resources are few and our critics are many. We have a large number of Southern border towns who have brought their support for slavery, and in some cases, their slaves with them. We have a state legislature who's suspicious of us.
So you have said.
We must be cautious. I've been thinking. Perhaps the meeting to discuss forming the society should be open to all.
What do you mean?
We must change the character of the convention.
The character?
We must allow those who do not favor forming such a society
For what possible purpose?
open discussion.
Open revolt!
To the contrary. Inviting our opponents will show that we are law-abiding and respectful to all, decreasing the possibility of violence.
They will never support forming an anti-slavery society.
But surely they will not even attempt.
Surely. My friend, I am sure of no such thing.
Men who have already destroyed 2 of your presses, 2, would not dare claim a seat amongst our friends in the meeting. It's the invitation that is the important thing. What if we lose? They have already promised more violence if you do not cease your anti-slavery rhetoric. We merely give them an opportunity to counter it, and they will not show.
And if I disagree?
Then I cannot lend my name to calls for the convention.
I see.
I ask you this, Elijah, only after long consideration, prayer, and a belief that it will produce the best results for all.
I hope you are correct, my brother. We need your support. Desperately. All right, fine. I consent. With reservations, but I consent.
Thank you.
There's godlike and warlike and strong like only some show. And there are sad like and mad like and happy like we know. My life, the ice and by my heart, the iron and by my eyes, the eye open, and by
Look at the latest from that liar Lovejoy. He's trying to form an anti-slave society right here in Illinois.
You don't think it's a society for all people may try and take them away?
No, he's trying to destroy the peace of our Christian town.
If he's so unhappy here, why don't we just go back to where he came from?
Yeah!
Yo, these New England religions are not for us. We need all their overeducated ministers and their so-called professors. They encourage stealing our slaves.
That's not right!
Yeah, what are we gonna do about it?
Destroy his press!
Let's destroy his press. He didn't learn the first time. Or the second time. He thinks he can wear us down with this speechifying. But it is him who's worn out his welcome. Let's go destroy that press.
Destroy it all!
Come on.
unfortunate.
Well, the sun is beaming and the cows appear quite healthy. I think this herd will bring the college a good sum.
It must!
Oh?
I'm sorry. I've been working on the budget since before dawn.
And?
And the numbers don't add up. We may have to sell land.
But so much was gifted to us by donors.
And the taxes on it are crippling us. We can no longer afford it.
With all the trips we made out east begging for money?
I'm afraid the financial panic is spreading like cholera through. Many of our supporters cannot fulfill their promises.
What a luxury you would be to have ongoing support from the locals. But all we seem to get is indifference or outright hostility.
And now we have competition. Knox College in Galesburg will make fundraising twice as difficult.
At any rate, our students are industrious, though some are ill prepared for college studies. You heard they petitioned the faculty to begin morning prayers at 4:30 instead of 5?
To what end?
It would allow them a respite of 1/2 hour after breakfast and manual labor before beginning classes at 9.
Well, we'll have to bring it up to the next faculty meeting. I presume they will decline.
Most likely.
Is there anything else?
The chapel desperately requires a coal scuttle, and the recitation room needs candlesticks, or we will only be able to use it during the day.
We do not have the money for supplies.
Can we afford small purchases?
Can we go without it a bit longer?
Not if we want our students cold and blind. I'll buy them myself.
You have far more children to provide for than I do. You buy the coal scuttle, I will purchase the candlesticks.
Agreed. Do we need to go east again with hat in hand?
I'm afraid that wouldn't do us much good. What I do ask is that you take my place here while I'm away at the convention. I know you wish to join me, but I believe it's important that one of us stays here.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Will you and Elizabeth be able to help Isabella with the children while I'm away?
Of course, always. I presume Elijah's press will be brought up at the convention again.
Yes.
It was vandalized again?
Yes.
This is the 3rd time. Why doesn't he relocate somewhere more civilized?
Where would you suggest? Pro-slavery sentiment is everywhere. Where would he go where a disgruntled mob couldn't find him? And besides, he won't be intimidated. His press must be replaced immediately.
Why?
For the sake of free speech. For the sake of freedom and the discussion of a great moral and religious question that affects us all. It is all the more important since Congress has banned the discussion of slavery within its halls. And thankfully, it has not yet silenced the press.
Why would you poke a mad pig in the eye?
What do you mean?
Edward, you and Elijah are respected friends and colleagues. I mean, you know I consider slavery a sin. But do you really think the mob will stop at 4th press? Or 5th? Bringing another to Alton now is pure provocation. The mob is hungry for destruction. They smell blood. The press can always be replaced, later and elsewhere, where it is safe.
Oh, excuse me, Reverend Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Herndon.
Some of the students and I were wondering if we could be excused from classes to attend the Anti-Slavery Society convention.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Herndon. Your place is here in class with Dr. Sturdy.
Oh, but sir, we're greatly interested in
The
attending.
proceedings will be in all the newspapers, William. You can read about it. In the meantime, focus on your Latin, and especially mathematics. You're not doing so well in that subject.
Oh, but sir, I don't intend to be a mathematician. I intend to be a lawyer.
Mr. Herndon?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Good day.
I will be late for class. Reconsider the press.
Sucker! They gon' settle!
Back to work!
Well, then take!
You, back to work!
Well, then take Andy! They took Andy! Andy!
Get up!
If you see my
Mother, I really do like this one.
You know I prefer the other one, dear.
I know you do, Mother. But there you are, dear. How's the writing going?
Oh, much better now that we have some quiet. Thank you for letting us stay with you for a few days.
Days, weeks, what does it matter? It's charming to have my daughter here, and to be able to help her while she's in her delicate condition.
How are you feeling, dear?
The same, I'm afraid. How many more months of this?
An eternity, my dear. But never mind that. It's the sacrifice we women make to bring our lovely babies into the world. It's our duty and our honor to suffer each first.
Did you feel this way with me?
Oh, much worse. I couldn't get out of bed for days at a time. I thought I would die. Some days I wanted to die. Then I imagined how quaint it would be to dangle grandbabies on my knee someday. And I quite forgot my discomfort.
Mother, I think you quite enjoy watching me suffer.
No, only a little. Why don't you lie down here?
In a moment. Elijah, dear. Darling, which do you prefer? Mother likes this one, but I think it's quite severe for a baby, don't you?
Oh. Well, let's see. They're both very white and...
Well, you're no help. Actually, Mother, I think I will lie down. May I have a cup of tea in my room, please?
Of course, dear. I'll bring you some fennel seeds to chew on as well. That will help with the nausea.
Don't get up. I can get it. I would like some fresh anyhow.
It's nice to see him so attentive towards you. He has been quite distracted of late.
He's working on a very important editorial for his newspaper, Mother. His work is vital to abolition.
That newspaper will be the death of him, I fear.
That newspaper is going to save this country from moral bankruptcy.
What do you want?
You! Downstairs, damn you! Oh, we'll finish with you! Get out of town, Lovejoy!
Isabella, darling, have you seen my scarf anywhere on camp?
What, dear?
Are you quite all right?
Of course, what?
You seem rather...
Preoccupied with tidying up.
Right. Well, have you seen my wool scarf anywhere? I would like it for the trip.
You are staying with the Lovejoys, yes?
Yes, darling, I told you.
Did you pack your Bible?
Yes, of course.
And your socks? Plenty of socks?
Yes.
And your knife?
Why in the world would I require a knife?
You never know when you may need one when you travel. You may go fishing and you can keep your catch. Or
Darling.
put a string on the package.
Isabella, dear.
Soup coat.
I do not believe that I will require a
Please,
knife.
Edward. You will have to look your best for the anti-slavery convention. What if you have a loose thread? You will have to cut it. See that you do.
All right.
I love you, Edward.
I love you too, dear. Are you sure you're quite fine? Are any of the children ill?
No, you're fine. I'm always sad when you go away. You know that. You've been on so many begging trips out east, as you call them. I was merely hoping you might be home for a while.
After this convention, things will die down and I will. With God's grace, this meeting will help light things, darling. It'll be a start, you will see. It would not be if it wasn't of the utmost importance, my dear. I will return as soon as I can, I promise. We're doing God's work.
I know. May he be with you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, dear Edward.
Oh, Isabella, I forgot to tell you. What's wrong?
Edward just left.
Don't worry. We'll help you with the children.
No, that's not it. Elizabeth, the mob tried to kill the Lovejoys in St. Charles.
What?
And follow them back to Alton. Elijah has been sleeping by Celia's bedside with a loaded gun.
No. Did Edward take a gun with him?
No. Elizabeth, what is it?
Hush. He'll be fine. I know it.
Welcome to the convention. Welcome to the convention.
Well,
Welcome to the...
take a seat. Beautiful time.
No, then.
Good morning, gentlemen. May we help you?
And who are you?
Julius Willard, friend, Reverend Lovejoy's. Who are you?
But you don't know the Attorney General of this grand state?
How dare you?
I'm Usher Linda, your Attorney General.
Oh, my mistake. I just thought our Attorney General was a temperate man.
That is my cologne. It is Parisian. We're here for the convention.
After all, this is the free discussion regarding slavery, is it not?
Hello, John. This is the convention to discuss forming the State Anti-Slavery Society, as you know. If you would like to discuss that freely, you're most welcome.
We are all free to discuss freely.
I would like to call this meeting to order. Our first task is to appoint a chairman and secretary. I nominate the good Dr. Gideon Blackburn.
Object.
On what grounds?
we have a better candidate.
Who's not an abolitionist?
That's right.
I misjudged their character.
You shall know it by the numbers, right?
Order!
Attorney Linder, it appears that you and your friends are here merely for the purpose of disrupting our state of tax.
Excuse me, sir?
I beg your pardon. We're not all invited. Those who wish to discuss the topics of slavery, abolition.
Attorney Linder, how is it that yesterday you hated the word abolition, and today you wish to discuss it?
That was yesterday. This is today. As Attorney General of the great state of Illinois, I move that this body resolves that slavery is a legal right, guaranteed by the United States Constitution.
That's right.
That it is not injurious to the enslaved, and that it is necessary for the development of our fine land.
That's right. That's your servants, right?
Slaves are property. Are they not taxed as such?
They are.
Then helping one escape is stealing, therefore an act of theft.
Yes, I didn't steal your cow, Lovejoy.
That any attack on slavery, whether it be through word, print, stencil, intended to incite violence.
We don't On the issue of slavery, I disagree. I believe that God's law supersedes man's. But even man has spoken well on this issue. Do you recall these words? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they were endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is our Declaration of Independence. All men, unalienable rights, life, liberty, and happiness. Have you ever watched a slave be burned at the stake? Attorney Linder? Have any of you? I have. I've heard his screams. I watched the flames lap at his legs and the heat melt the flesh from his bones. I watched him plead for a bullet to end his misery. I saw him mocked in response. Life, liberty, happiness. Attorney Linder says I am wrong to speak out against slavery. But it is he who is wrong. I have a constitutional right to speak out and a divine obligation to do so.
Quit your paper and we'll leave you alone.
Yeah, leave out Lovejoy. You're not welcome here.
You're not welcome here.
Shut your mouth, boy. Adult talking.
Sir, why should I leave Alton? This is not a free state. Fleeing would only embolden the mob to follow me once again. There is no escaping the mob without abandoning my duty. And that, sir, God help me, I will never do. Even if it means making my grave here in Alton.
I'll dig it for you.
You're looking to be a martyr, Lovejoy.
Gentlemen, please.
If in any way I have offended the law, it would not be difficult to convict me. You have courts and judges, they find nothing against me. If I am guilty of no crime, then why am I threatened? My home and family menaced, my afflicted wife, carrying our unborn child, terrorized at knife point.
Damnation, Thatcher, you attacked a pregnant woman?
So what?
I am ready to sit down with reasonable men and discuss a resolution to this problem plaguing our country. But I will not give a minute to goons and cowards who attack women and unborn children.
Gentlemen, my friend is no fanatic, and neither are we who support him. We are devoted, godly men. Is it right to trample our law-given liberties merely because we are the minority?
Sit down, beecher. Are we to be dictated to by these Easterns? No! These overeducated, temperance-loving Easterns!
Hell no!
They proclaim the word of God would be destructive to the peace of this nation. That its continual promotion is destructive to the peace of all.
Get out of here,
We
teacher!
must have to defend ourselves. Therefore, we condemn that preposterous rant.
Cookie?
No, thank you.
Please, you need sustenance. I assume the meeting did not end well.
It was a vindictive farce. They voted for slavery and against your press.
What do we do now?
Have some tea.
No, thank you.
A cookie then. I believe cookies were the Israelites' manna in the desert, or strength.
Let's arrange for the press to be delivered in the middle of the night. It will go unnoticed. Sam, why don't you ask Mr. Goodwin if he'll store in his warehouse? He's respected in town.
Perfect. This building is all stone, like a fort.
Well, that should temper the mob.
The mob is nothing compared to our faith and friends. Many have vowed to defend the press.
Good. We need guards at the river when the press is delivered. They should be armed.
Armed?
To be safe.
Surely they will not resort
They
to
already
violence.
have, Beecher. Our men need to be ready for the worst.
Perhaps we could get the mayor to help.
Good idea. Maybe he can appeal to the mob.
We'll go ask him. Let's go now, Simon. I'll return as soon as we have an answer.
I've been talking with our friends at the paper.
Oh?
I offered to resign as editor. However, they feel that the paper will die if I do. Therefore, as a friend of God and man's, I shall remain.
Perhaps if we gain the mayor's support, the opposition sees a resolve, they will give way.
It does not matter now. This is God's will for me, and I won't disappoint him. Come, brother, let us pray. Dear Lord, we ask that you guide our hands so that we may take the actions best for the slaves and the community. Lord, lead us to glory in your name.
Give us strength, dear Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Father,
Yes, son?
I've been thinking about that other night. The one at the anti-slavery convention.
What about it?
Do you think what they said about Lovejoy is true? About him wanting to be a martyr?
I don't know.
He's a radical, isn't he? He'd do just about anything, wouldn't he?
I reckon he might.
I don't think I could do it. If they attacked my wife, if I even had a wife, I wanted help. But I don't think I'd be willing to die for the cause. Would you?
I don't know. I guess I do what I have to do.
Who's that? It's Edward Elijah.
all's well.
A horn sounded when the boat arrived, but there's been no trouble. The press is safe aside.
It's enormous. It took 5 of us to carry it.
Mighty press for mighty words.
Was there any trouble at your home, Elijah?
None.
Good.
The sun will be rising shortly. We believe that you and your men should go home and rest.
We can take guard for what's left of the night. I do not expect the mob to attack on Monday morning. They will be preoccupied with business.
The press must be guarded every night. I think we're a tie. Well, the risk is greatest.
I can ask some of my friends to guard with me tomorrow night.
It's settled. We'll go now, but I will call you later to discuss the plans for the main night.
Thank you, Julius. You not appreciate what your friendship means to me. Gentlemen, thank you.
Well, it is a fortress.
I do not see how the mob can destroy it.
Or storm it unless their numbers have multiplied.
Look, dawn has arrived.
And on the 7th day, he rested.
Crisis is past, my friend. It is a new day.
There is a calm. The press is safe. I can feel it for now.
I think if there was going to be any trouble, it would have happened by now.
I knew the mob would tire once they saw your determination.
Come, friend. Our work here is done. Our families need us now.
Are you sure? If I leave now, I can be home this evening.
What?
Well, that God has answered our prayers.
Reverend Lovejoy,
Oh, hello, Mrs. Rothfuss.
you're all right?
Yes, why?
I heard the mob's planning to attack your press,
No, all is well. The press is safe.
but I just heard it. But the man was tipsy. You know Mr. Linder, don't you?
The state's attorney general?
I think. He drinks, mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard.
A lot.
I know.
Such a pity. He is so handsome. Oh, did you hear about Mr. Higginbotham? He's been away from home for months now.
He died last spring, Mrs. Rothfuss. Remember?
Oh, yes. Such a pity. He was so handsome.
Okay, well, thank you for your concern, Mrs. Rothfuss. Good day.
Good day, Reverend. Oh, did I tell you the mob's planning to attack your press?
Yes, Mrs. Rothfuss. We will be careful. Good day.
Watch it. You don't think
Do not worry, my friend. Pierre's old age has rendered our town gossip as reliable as the weather.
What? The printing press was delivered in the middle of the night? Fools! And we told them not to bring it back and they didn't listen. Now they want to marry our daughters. Or
They
worse.
want free to live there with us.
We will have to hear. What are we going to do about it?
We're gonna
Destroy the press! Yes! Grab your weapons! Leave it in the world! Let's go!
tell you the guy's gonna cut you down. Let me tell you the guy's gonna cut you down.